you doing?
Good. So I was in here earlier. I had my vehicle towed here last night. You guys said it's probably done. And I was just coming in.
The one that it needs an engine?
Yep.
Okay.
So I have a few questions.
Sure.
In regards to, now, you guys want me to pay another $120 just for that? Because I just had work done on it. You guys said it'd be fine to drive.
I don't know much about it. Let me grab Chris for you.
Yeah.
I wasn't involved with any of the repair process.
It just seems kind of crazy.
Chris Ames, Hyundai right up. That's please. Chris Ames, Hyundai right up. I mean, we do charge for diagnostics. I mean, that's.
It just seems crazy that
if a car has a problem, we spend the time to diagnose it. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but you know, when I give it to a technician, he has to give me an accurate diagnosis.
Yeah, I mean, I could go anywhere for that though, and they don't charge to tell you what's wrong with it.
Most people charge for diagnostics.
I mean, not maybe dealerships. It just seems crazy that I'd pay money. Like, I've been here a few times this year, and I mean, it's only in 07, you know, it shouldn't really be. I asked him if it was preventable and stuff. He said no, engine kind of just went.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that you were here in May for evaporative canister for the check engine light that's not related to the engine. Now, I don't know what the conversation that he had, but just generally, you know, we do have diagnostic charges.
Yeah, it just seems crazy that I just paid to get it fixed, and now I'm paying for the thing to be deemed dead. Yeah, because I just called my buddy down at Block to see if that's normal there. He said, no, if things done, we're not going to charge you to look at it.
Well, like I said, Chris is handling it. I don't know much about what
it just seems crazy.
What the technician did.
Especially, like, I mean, if it's dead, I obviously have to get a new car. It seems like that'd be the last thing I'd do if I wanted someone to buy a car for me.
Right. Yeah. There's a camera in that mirror.
That's Chris right there.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you? So I spoke with you on the phone.
Yeah. Your baby?
Yeah, I'm just wondering why it's so, like, I put a few $100 into it this year. You can go through my records. So I don't understand why I'm paying for it just to be deemed dead.
Well, I checked it all out for you to find out why it was making the noise and all that, so that's pretty much why. I had to drive it in and push it in and then check it all out for you. So I wanted to make sure that was a problem and not something else causing the noise.
And that, without me having any work done, I still got to pay $120.
It's a diagnosis charge, yeah, checking everything out. So.
It just doesn't.
Since we do it every time we do repairs on anything, we get a diagnosis charge. If we did the repairs, there would not be a diagnosis charge.
So if I'm putting money, I just don't understand. I've been putting money into it, like hundreds of dollars this year. There's nothing about the engine, and then the engine just goes on an 07 car, and then. If you'd also, like, it just doesn't make sense customer service-wise when I obviously need a car. Why would I want to buy for here if that's what's going to happen? Because I called my buddy at Bach, and he said that never happened there.
Bach does it too. Every time you come in for any type of repairs, if it's a
I didn't
check
have
engine
any
light
repairs,
or diagnosis, you have to check out and see what's going on with your car. Because when we first got out there, it was rapping like crazy. Then when we went out to go out there again, it wouldn't start. So we had to check it out and see what's going on. And we have to pay a technician to do it. And if you come in for any
Yeah,
type
they're
of
on
repairs,
salary. You guys make good money off these
they're
cars.
not salary. They are all flat rate.
All right, that's
Technicians
fine.
are not salary. And anytime they come in for a check engine light or any type of repair or checking brakes out, we charge for checking things out.
That's
And
fine.
that's pretty much what we did today.
All right. I
I
mean,
had to make sure that what's going on with your car isn't just.
I'm not blaming you. It's company policy. And is there another person I could talk to?
Sure.
Believe me, it's nothing personal or anything like that.
Steve Richardson, Hyundai Service Desk, please. Steve Richardson, Hyundai Service Desk, please. Hello, services. Chris, may I help you? Huh? Customer wants to talk about the diagnosis on the engine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, I'll be right there. Hold on a second. Nope, I don't have it. I gave it to you last.
Yeah, you did it to my. Oh.
Yeah, I did it for a little bit, and I was like, what is that?
Well, we've already had this conversation.
Yeah, I didn't know it was you. I wouldn't have.
I mean,
just,
Chris tells me that he told you that there'd be a diagnosis charge
Right, I
prior to
understand.
looking at the car.
No,
You
no,
usually
I
get
didn't.
110.
I dropped it off yesterday. I asked. No one told me on the phone yesterday.
No, but when you came in this morning,
Right, he said they were already looking at it. So at that point, I would have had no choice.
but
as
didn't
it
he
was.
tell you that you had a diagnosis charge at that point? Because that's what he told me.
Once it was in there, once you guys had already charged me, he had mentioned it after it was already in there. I didn't get a call before anything
Well,
this
we didn't
morning.
know what was wrong with it when it was in. We had dispatched the job.
All right. Well,
we
I
had
called
dispatched the
last
job.
night.
You came in, you checked on it. We said,
Right.
oh, it's guys looking at it.
Dispatch at the point.
And said we're gonna find out what's wrong with it. When we find out what's wrong, we'll call you up. And there's a diagnosis charge. Isn't that how the conversation went? I mean, I usually at 110. I mean, I can split it with you. I can go 55. My guys get paid to look at cars.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It just doesn't. It just seems. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it, and I don't want to come off as rude or anything. It just seems like kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
I mean, we have to be right. If we're gonna condemn a car, we're not condemning the car. It needs an engine. I put engines once a month. I put.
Oh
engines
no,
in
I
cars,
believe
okay?
it. It just seems.
So if I tell a customer he needs a $5,000 engine, I better be right.
Right, right.
You know, I've had many a times when a car came in and it sounded like it was going click, click, click. You try to pull the crank and the crank's not running. We say it needs an engine. Need a $200 starter. Mm-hmm. So I told the customer we need a $5,000 repair. He had it towed out of here, brought it to another place, and put a $200 starter. How bad did I look?
Well, that already happened this year with me. You guys said like $800, then you changed it to a $200 thing, and then it was originally like $11. You guys changed your mind. It's in there, and then I had that fixed. I'm not saying it's like necessarily wrong because the thing clearly something wrong with it, but it just seems kind of crazy to pay to continue. You know, this is dead. It's like, well, I've been bringing it in, paying all this money. What have I been paying it for? And like this light.
Well, I understand you've had a couple of problems with your car, but I mean, it's
Yeah, right.
we're not doing a full body scan on the car,
Right.
fixing one particular problem. I mean, unfortunately, you can't foresee if there's going to be a problem in the future. If we
Right,
could do that,
right.
I'd be doing something else. I could tell you that, my friend.
Right, right. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't know. All right. So I appreciate your help, though.
No problem. What do you got?
Now, do you guys take trade-ins or scraps? Or?
They do take trade-ins. I don't know what their policy is on the situation you have.